Well, I am so pleased to be here today with Beth Drucker, who is the founder and president of Go Green Wilmette. And their mission really is how to be more environmentally aware and what we can do, right? As far as to be better stewards of our, what would you say, environment. So, Beth, would love to hear how you got involved as far as Go Green, kind of your background and so forth.
Well, I'm glad to have a chance to talk to you about all this because it's really important to me. I've spent many of the last few years focused on this issue and really believe that what people do in our community makes a difference. And so I've had the wonderful opportunity to work with lots of people in Wilmette and beyond in trying to make a more sustainable community. I've been involved in environmental issues for a very long time, ever since I was able to travel and saw environmental issues everywhere I went. And when I was raising my family here in Wilmette, I realized that there was a lot that I could do right here. And so I joined with a group of small people who wanted to start a group. And that was in 2005. So we've been around for a very, very long time. And we then discovered that there were people in other communities that wanted to do this kind of work as well. And so we now are part of a much larger network with groups like Go Green Wilmette in 30 to 40 suburbs.
Which is amazing. That really is from grassroots as far as 2005 to the way that it's evolved and so forth. So you do a lot of programs and education. I know that, again, you can go online, YouTube, and you have a lot of tutorials and seminars and so forth. But what are some of the different programs then that you do to really promote awareness and get people involved in the community?
Well, we have a website that we keep up to date with lots of resources. We also have a newsletter that goes out twice a month. And so we really encourage anyone who's interested to sign up for the newsletter on our website. That'll come out twice a month, and it is filled with opportunities that people can do to learn more and to do more. So some of our most popular events are the Sustainable Yard Tour, which is every summer in July, where people can go to other people's yards where they are adding native plants, composting, doing rainwater solutions, and providing habitat for birds and insects. That's really popular, and it also has inspired other Go Green groups to do tours like ours in their community. We have a really popular solar tour and EV car show that is very well attended, both from people in our community, but far beyond. We do beach cleanups every other week, all summer long, and we do a lot of habitat restoration work that people can always participate in.
And didn't I say something about like birding or something?
Oh, yes. So a lot of people in Wilmette don't realize that Wilmette, Skilson Park, is actually the second best place to bird during migration season in all of Chicagoland. And so birders who are traveling, who are in Wilmette, you will find them from all over in our park. And some of our local residents don't understand what an amazing opportunity we have. And so we, in partnership with the Park District, offer guided bird walks every Sunday during the migration season from late April to late May. So we invite everybody, even if you've never birded once in your life, come out and join us at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you will see some beautiful birds that only travel through Wilmette, and some that will stay for the whole summer.
I love it, the travel through Wilmette. I love it. So for someone that's interested in being more sustainable in terms of initiatives that they can actually do themselves, what do you say to them? What are some ideas, or how do you kind of help people along in that direction?
Well, it's also just it's really important to get more informed. And so there's really many ways to do that. There are incredible environmental documentaries that are always available, sometimes hosted by Go Green Wilmette and sometimes just available. Our library has good programs, and Go Green Wilmette also is a participant in a book group just for environmental books. It's hosted by Winnebago's Bookstall. So if you want to read 6 books a year about environmental issues, you often get to hear the author who will zoom in and talk about their books with us. So that is something that's easy. Much of what we do doesn't cost any money. And it's just a matter of getting informed and getting excited and realizing that you actually really can make a difference yourself in your home. And also being the green ambassador, maybe for everyone in your household who may not be quite as enthusiastic to start with as you are. Maybe you can help in your extended family or your neighborhood by being a green ambassador and just showing people how everyday activities really do impact the environment. One of the areas that Go Green Wilmette is really involved in is trying to reduce the use of plastic. It is a global issue that's really serious. And we all can be part of that just by looking at the amount of plastic you use in your home every day and trying to reduce that, whether that's using reusable tote bags, not buying things that are packaged in lots of plastic, never taking a plastic takeout container from a store, and picking up plastic that washes up on Go Green or on Wilmette's beaches. That's another thing that you can do. So plastic is a big issue that we all contribute to and that we can all make a difference in. So we're hoping that people will just be aware that our choices do contribute to the plastic issue and our activities can reduce the problem.
So, question on that, as far as on the takeout, right? So you can actually provide your own. I mean, I get when you're at a restaurant
Right.
and you bring your own little plastic
Takeaway.
container if you want to take something home, right?
Right. So doing that is really a great way to not only help reduce your use, but stack it up on the table and let everybody see. I've been doing this for about a decade, and unfortunately, I have waiters tell me all the time, "Wow, you're the first person I've ever seen do that."
Which I haven't done it, but I
We
read it.
all
and I'm like,
be
that's
doing
an
it.
ingenious idea.
You
right?
you put some containers in the car that you might drive to a restaurant. I often will have reusable plastic baggies in my purse. So if I have half a sandwich and there's half a sandwich left, instead of asking for a takeaway container, I slip it into a bag that I reuse many times. As far as takeout, this is a real problem with takeout foods, and those of us who wanted to support restaurants during COVID really had a dilemma. And in fact, it impacted how much I did order takeout. The most common takeout containers, which have a black bottom and a clear top, black plastic is not recyclable.
I can't tell you. I was just cleaning some out. I do save them to use to repurpose. Wow. Okay.
You can repurpose it, but you can never recycle it.
Wow.
So Go Green Wilmette partners with a lot of different agencies and groups in the village. Most importantly, the village government, the park district, the business community through the Chamber of Commerce, our school district, our library, even New Trier Township. And so we recently did a great video called Recycling Right. And this was in partnership with the village and our brand new recycling hauler, which is LRS. They have a whole sustainability department with people whose job is just to make LRS as sustainable as possible. Her name is Joy Rifkin, and that program is available on Go Green Wilmette's YouTube channel. And there are many other programs available, but this one is particularly important because we all stand in our kitchens holding a container and trying to figure out, is this recyclable or not? So that webinar does answer a lot of those questions. In fact, much of our plastic, if it's the correct kind, does get recycled. Some people think it doesn't, but it does. But there are certain things that never will get recycled. And all those lovely black-bottomed containers for takeout will not be recycled. The clear top can be, never the black plastic bottom.
Wow. I mean, no, seriously, that I never knew. And there's so much I think we don't know.
We all have stacks
that we could learn
we all have stacks
by
of it.
going to the website, right?
Yeah.
To learn more about Go Green. Because again, it's not necessarily really a member, right? Anybody and everybody certainly could volunteer.
We are an open tent and a big tent. Some people ask how they can become a member. Basically, anyone who gets our newsletter and reads it is a member.
Which is free.
It is free. There are no dues. We want everyone to be part of this movement. And so that would be showing up at an event. We have an open meeting every month at the Central Station Coffee That's the second Wednesday of every month at 11 o'clock. And it is so great to see all the different kinds of people that show up. It's always a different group. They always have different reasons for coming. And it's really interesting. Republican candidate who's running against Robin Gable, who came to visit us this past week to learn about what was of interest. We have people who are in the field of sustainability who take a break from workday to come over. We work a lot with students as well, which we really enjoy. We are currently working with a young woman who is doing an Eagle Scout project on the issue of trees and forestry. And so we've been able to connect her with all kinds of resources and make her project even more impactful. We work with our elementary school's student green teams, and these are kids, fourth graders, who are very involved. We work with high school students. New Trier has an environmental club, and also the Integrated Global Studies School. And many of those students, when it comes to do their capstone project, they like to do it on environmental issues. Most recently, we've worked with two young women who have just finished a video on invasive species in our area. We also have had interns since we started. We get summer interns, often those are high school students who help us all summer long with our events. But we also have had many college age and post-college graduate interns. And it's something we feel really proud about because we have enabled these students to further their studies. We've helped them get scholarships to support their college fees. We've helped them get recommendations for jobs, for graduate programs. And we're just establishing a new page on our website called Go Green Wilmette Interns, Where Are They Now? Because it's so exciting to look back and see how many young people we've helped launch into this career. We need all hands on deck. And the more we can do to help students and young people be part of the solution, that's really important to us.
I love that. And especially, we need all hands on deck, right? I mean, that is, I think, the takeaway.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Everybody should take a more active role in sustainability. I mean, well, this has been, I truly, truly so enjoyable.
Can I say one more thing?
Oh, you may.
Okay. So when people ask us what are the most important things that Go Green Wilmette has done since we started, we work with residents, and a lot of what we're trying to do is to get people to feel empowered to make changes themselves. But there have been some big things that we feel particularly proud of that we feel are really important. Number one is we helped establish the Environmental Commission for Wilmette long before most suburbs had a governmental advisory group on environmental issues. That's been around since about 2008. We also have been asking the village for more than a decade to hire a sustainability coordinator because we really feel in order to do sustainability work well, in addition to a volunteer organization, you need paid professionals to put these programs into place. And our community did something pretty unique. They decided to work together with the village, the park district, the schools, the library, and New Trier Township to share a sustainability coordinator. She started a year ago. Her name is Lucy Mellon, and she has been working tirelessly in all those areas to help our community be as sustainable as possible. And then meanwhile, other communities have looked at that and thought, well, we could share a sustainability coordinator as well amongst these different entities. So she's helped Go Green Wilmette work with our village and our park district to help with the sustainability plans for the village and for the park district. And so we're very excited that she does that and that we have a sustainability coordinator. And we're very excited about our role in founding Go Green Illinois because through that network, we have helped groups start in many different communities and help them get up and running as effective as possible because we share all of our resources with each other. We have 6 programs a year that are open to the public. They're all via Zoom, thanks to COVID, which has allowed us to engage communities all over Chicagoland. And we also work together on a lot of issues. And so the leaders of those groups stay in touch with each other, and we are constantly working with each other to be as effective as we can be.
Well, that is, I mean, that is all really good to know that Wilmette too is very forward thinking and
Yeah,
again,
there's a
yeah,
lot we can be proud of as a
yeah,
community because we are leading the way in many areas.
right, right, right. Well, I can't, this has been a wonderful opportunity to meet you and learn so much about your organization, which again, there is so much information. And like you said, I think we can all do our part and it can be overwhelming at times.
Hmm.
So it's picking one maybe
One
cause
thing
or
at a
whatever,
time.
one thing at a
One thing
time
at a time.
that
Absolutely.
we can do. And maybe it's stop taking, bring your little bags, right? No more plastic bags at the grocery store. So
Yeah.
anyway, well, Beth, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
Really appreciate your time today.
Great. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been a wonderful opportunity to get the word out about Go Green Wilmette, and we invite everyone to be part of the movement and hope to see you all out at one of our events.
All right, thank you.